Take out the blue yarn. Let's start crocheting the Good Luck Lotus version. First, we'll crochet a small ruffle. Start with an adjustable magic ring, wrap the yarn around your finger. Insert the hook into the loop. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. This is a beginning chain stitch. Next, we'll make 8 single crochets. Insert the hook into the ring, yarn over and pull through the ring. Yarn over again, and pull through both loops on the hook. This is a single crochet. Now, we'll do the same single crochet 7 more times for a total of 8. This round has 8 single crochets in total. Once completed, tighten the ring by pulling this strand. After tightening the ring, insert the hook into this loop and pull tight. We'll start with the first stitch of this round. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Yarn over and pull through. We'll go straight through the loop on the hook. This is a slip stitch. Then we'll make 3 beginning chain stitches. Yarn over. Insert into the first stitch again, yarn over and pull through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. This is a double crochet. Let me demonstrate again. Yarn over, and insert into the same stitch as before. Yarn over and pull through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Insert into the first 2 loops in sequence. Then insert into the last 2 loops. In each stitch, we'll make 3 double crochets. Each V shape represents 1 stitch. We'll complete this round. 1, 2, 3. Make 3 double crochets in each stitch. Once this crocheting is finished, we still crochet to the first stitch. And make a slip stitch. Then make a turning chain, and pull the loop tight. Then cut the yarn. Next, we'll hide the yarn tail to the wrong side. Take the needle, after threading it. We'll weave the yarn end into the back of the fabric. Pull tight. Then cut the yarn off. For these small ruffles, we need to crochet a total of 6. Next, we'll crochet the large ruffle. Yarn over with your finger. Insert the hook into the loop. Then make 1 turning chain. Make 2 more turning chains. This round is worked in a magic ring, and requires 10 half double crochets. Yarn over and insert the hook into the loop. Then pull through. Now there are 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. In this round, we need to make 10 half double crochets. The initial turning chain counts as 1 half double crochet, so we still need to make 8 more. After completing the 10 half double crochets, tighten the loop. Insert the hook into this loop. Which is the first stitch we made earlier? In the second round, we'll work 3 double crochets into each stitch. Each V shape represents 1 stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. This creates 3 double crochets in each stitch. Using the same method, we'll complete this round. After finishing this round, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Then cut the yarn. Weave in the ends on your own. After weaving in the ends, make 6 large ruffles using the same technique. Now let's crochet the bud of this lotus. Take out the red yarn. Wrap the yarn around your finger, and crochet 12 double crochets in the first round. Insert the hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through. Make a turning chain of 3. Yarn over, insert into the loop. Then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Continue yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. Following this technique, crochet 12 double crochets. After finishing, pull the loop tight. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch's first loop. After joining, we'll crochet 12 half double crochets in the second round. Start with 2 turning chains. Insert the hook into the first stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook, pull through all at once. That's a half double crochet. Yarn over, insert into the second stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all at once. Then yarn over, go through the third stitch. Yarn over and draw through. This round we're crocheting 12 half double crochets. Following the previous method, complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Once joined, in the third round we'll start crocheting 6 SC2 tog. For this round, we'll only pick up the front loop of each stitch. Make 1 turning chain. Then pick up the hook through this half stitch, and then pick up the half stitch of the next stitch, pull through the yarn. Now there are 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through. That's the first SC2 tog. Now we crochet the second SC2 tog. We only work into the front loops. Insert the hook into the loop. Insert the hook into the second loop. Yarn over and pull through both loops at once. Now we start crocheting the third SC2 tog. Insert the hook into a half loop. Then insert it into the next half loop. Pull through the yarn. Yarn over. Pull through both loops at once. In this round, we need to crochet 6 SC2 tog. After completing the 6 SC2 tog, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. In the next round, we'll crochet 3 SC2 tog, using the same method as the previous round, working only in the front loops. In this round, we crochet 3 SC2 tog. After finishing them, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch, then cut the yarn. Take the needle, thread the yarn tail through it, and weave in the ends. For buds like this, we need to crochet a total of 4 pink ones and 8 white ones. Next, we'll crochet the small lotus. Take out the pink yarn. Start with a magic ring. First, crochet 5 single crochets. Make a turning chain. Insert the hook into the loop, pull the yarn through. Yarn over. Pull through both loops on the hook. That's 1 single crochet. Using this method, we'll crochet 5 single crochets. After finishing, enlarge the loop. Tighten this yarn strand. And join with a slip stitch to the first stitch we made earlier. In the second round, we'll start crocheting 5 SC2 in 1. The method for a SC2 in 1 is the same as a regular single crochet, except you make 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Insert the hook into the stitch and pull the yarn through. Yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. That's 1 single crochet. 5 SC2 in 1 mean making 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, and repeat 5 times. So we'll work another single crochet. This is the technique for SC2 in 1. Following this method, we'll complete this round. Once done, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. For the third round, we need to pick the half loop. Each V shape represents 1 stitch, and each stitch has 2 strands. We need to insert the hook into the front half loop of the stitch. First, make 2 chains as the beginning chain. Yarn over, then insert the hook into the front half loop of the first stitch, and work a double crochet. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over again, and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and draw through the last 2 loops. That's 1 double crochet. Next, in the same stitch, we'll work a treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook into the stitch and pull the yarn through. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through 2 loops. Yarn over again, and draw through the remaining 2. Finally, there will be 2 loops left on the hook. Last yarn over. Draw through both loops. The treble crochet is completed, which required 3 yarn overs in total. Next, we'll work 3 chain stitches. Insert the hook into the third strand, from the back of the chain stitch. Insert the hook into this strand and pull the yarn through. Then, without a yarn over, draw through directly to work the front loop only. Next, we'll work a treble crochet in the same stitch, inserting into the front half loop again. Yarn over twice, then insert the hook into the front half loop of the stitch. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again, and draw through the next 2. 1 final yarn over, then draw through all remaining loops. This is a treble crochet. Next, we'll work a double crochet in the same stitch. After completing the double crochet, work 2 chain stitches. In the next stitch, work a slip stitch. For this round, we're working only into the front half loops. Now we've completed 1 petal. Each petal group requires 3 stitches. Next, we'll start the second petal. First, work 2 chain stitches. Work a double crochet in the same stitch. Next, work a treble crochet. After completing the treble crochet, make 3 chain stitches. Then work into the third strand from the back of those chains. For the next stitch, again work a treble crochet. Once that's completed, work 1 double crochet. After the double crochet, work 1 chain stitch, then a slip stitch in the next stitch. With that, we've completed our second petal. In one stitch, we'll work 3 stitches. Follow the same method to complete this round. Once all 5 petals are done, we'll start the fourth round. The fourth round is worked using the same method as the third round. As a reminder, the third round was worked into the front half loops. So this round will be worked into the back half loops. Insert the hook into the other half of the strand in this circle. First, make a slip stitch to join the yarn into the circle. Then work into the corresponding strand below. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. Now we'll start working the petals for the fourth round. Make 2 chain stitches. Insert the hook into the stitch next to where you just slip stitched. And work 1 double crochet. Followed by 1 treble crochet. After completing the treble crochet, work into another stitch. Still 1 treble crochet. Once completed, make 2 chain stitches, and slip stitch into the third stitch. 1 petal will take up 3 stitches. When working the fourth round, stagger it with the petals from the third round. Work the second petal by making 2 chain stitches. Crochet 1 double crochet into the same stitch. And then 1 treble crochet into that same stitch. The second petal is now done. Complete this round using the same method as before. After finishing all 5 petals, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch and cut the yarn. Insert the hook from the back side of any stitch to the front. Pull the yarn through. Tighten it up. Tie a knot with the 2 strands on the back. Cut the yarn. The crocheting of the lotus is completed. Next, we'll crochet the flower core. Take out the blue yarn. Start with an adjustable magic ring, and work 6 single crochets into it. Still make 1 chain stitch. Insert the hook into the ring, and pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through both loops on the hook at once. That's 1 single crochet. Using the same method, work 5 more single crochets. This round will have a total of 6 single crochets. After finishing, tighten the loop by pulling this strand. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. After joining, make 1 turning chain. For the second round, we'll work 1 single crochet and 1 SC2 in 1. In the first stitch, still work 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, work a SC2 in 1. The technique for a SC2 in 1E is to work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. The third stitch is another single crochet. The fourth stitch is a SC2 in 1. The fifth stitch is 1 single crochet. The sixth stitch is a SC2 in 1. After finishing, we need to switch colors. When switching colors, do not yarn over and pull through the last stitch's loop. Take out the yellow yarn. Put the blue yarn aside and place the yellow yarn on the wrong side of the fabric. Press the yellow yarn with your finger, then yarn over. Pull through with the yellow yarn. Then join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. This completes the color change. For the third round, start by chaining 2. Insert the hook into the same stitch. Hide the blue and yellow yarn tails by placing them on top of the hook. Then press down with your middle finger. Yarn over with the yellow yarn and pull through the loop. Next, in the second stitch, make 2 chain stitches again. Insert the hook into the second stitch. Place the yarn over the hook. Simply pull through the loop with the yellow yarn. For the third stitch, make 2 chain stitches. Insert the hook into the third stitch. Place the yarn over the hook and pull through. By now, we've hidden the yarn tail in 2 to 3 stitches. We can either leave the tail aside or cut it off. Now we start crocheting the 4th stitch. Make 2 chain stitches. Insert the hook into the 4th stitch, yarn over and pull through. Pull through the loop on the hook directly. For the 5th round, make 2 chain stitches. We'll work in the same way, 2 chain stitches and 1 slip stitch, to finish this round. Once done, join with a slip stitch to the 1st stitch. Enlarge the loop and cut the yarn. On the wrong side of the fabric, there are now 3 strands of yarn. We can simply cut them off. Take a yarn needle and hide the yarn tails. Thread the needle and bring the yarn through any stitch on the wrong side of the fabric. Cut the yarn. This pink lotus is completed. We need to make 2 pink lotuses, and also 2 white ones. The pendant needs lotuses on both front and back, so in total we'll make 4 lotuses, 2 pink and 2 white. Now let's crochet the big lotus. Take the yellow yarn. We'll need wire for this part. Press the wire with your thumb. At the same time, place the yellow yarn underneath your thumb. When wrapping the yarn, use the middle part of the wire. Wrap the yarn around your finger. About 15 to 20 rounds. Once completed, fold the wire in half and twist it tightly. We'll cut the yarn in the middle. Then take a comb and brush out the yarn tails. After brushing them out, trim the ends. Trim it into a round shape. Cut off the excess wire. We need to make 2 of these flower cores. Take the red yarn. Start crocheting the large lotus. The large lotus is made up of 2 colors. Let's start with the dark red yarn. Begin with an adjustable magic ring. Work 6 single crochets. Make a turning chain of 1. Insert the hook into the loop, draw up the yarn. There will be 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops at once. We need to crochet 6 of this stitch. After joining with a slip stitch to the first stitch, begin the second round by working 6 SC2 in 1, meaning 2 single crochets in each stitch. Once completed, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. On the third round, pick up the back loop only. We need to crochet into the loop that's facing away from you. Work a single crochet. 1 SC2 in 1. 1 single crochet. 1 SC2 in 1. 1 single crochet. 1 SC2 in 1. 1 single crochet. 1 SC2 in 1. Last group of single crochets. SC2 in 1. This entire round is worked by picking up the back loop only. Once completed, join with a slip stitch. Start with 2 chain stitches. Work a treble crochet into the first stitch. Into the second stitch, work a triple crochet. For a treble crochet, yarn over twice. For a triple crochet, yarn over 3 times. Insert the hook into the second stitch. Pull through and yarn over. Yarn over. Yarn over again. For the triple crochet, yarn over 3 times. After each yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Similarly, work the triple crochet all in the same stitch. 2 stitches. After completing 2 triple crochets, work a CH3SL picket. Start with 3 chain stitches. Pick up this strand and work a slip stitch back into it. Once completed, work another triple crochet into the same stitch. There are 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over again, and pull through 2. Then yarn over once more, and pull through 2. Finally, pull through all remaining loops at once. We worked 2 triple crochets, 1 CH3SL picket, and another triple crochet all into the same stitch. Now, let's move to the next stitch. Work a treble crochet. Once completed, chain 3. Make a slip stitch. This forms one petal. This petal covers 3 stitches. Let me demonstrate again. Start with 3 chain stitches. Work a treble crochet. This treble crochet takes up 1 stitch. The next set of triple crochets will be worked into another stitch. The first triple crochet. The second triple crochet. Once the 2 triple crochets are done, chain 3. Pick up the outermost strand and slip stitch back. After completing the CH3SL picket, work 1 triple crochet in the same stitch. Next, we'll work a treble crochet into the next stitch. Once completed, chain 3. And slip stitch into the stitch of the treble crochet. The second petal is completed. Repeat this method to make a total of 5 petals. Cut the yarn after completing the 5 petals. Next, we'll crochet another layer of petals. For this layer, insert the hook into the front loop only of the 3rd round. Still staggered with the previous layer of petals. Insert the hook into the corresponding stitch right below where you cut the yarn. Pull up the yarn and make a starting chain. Then chain 2. Yarn over twice and work 1 double crochet. Insert the hook into the same stitch again. Hide the yarn end above the hook. Yarn over and pull through. Pull through the first 2 loops. Pull through the next 2 loops. Pull through the last 2 loops. In the same stitch, we'll work another triple crochet. After completing it, make a CH3SL picket in the next stitch, still picking up the outermost strand. Yarn over 3 times and work a triple crochet in the next stitch. Work 1 treble crochet in the same stitch. After completing it, chain 3, slip stitch into the same stitch. One petal is completed. This petal takes up 2 stitches. First, we crocheted 3 chain stitches, 1 treble crochet, and 1 triple crochet with a CH3SL picket. That's 1 stitch. In the next stitch, we crocheted 1 treble crochet, 1 double crochet, and 3 chain stitches. Let me demonstrate again. We'll start on the next petal by chaining 3. Crochet 1 treble crochet in the next stitch. Work 1 triple crochet in the same stitch. Followed by a picket. After completing the picket, crochet a triple crochet in the next stitch. Then work 1 treble crochet in the same stitch. Once that's done, chain 3 and slip stitch in the same stitch. The second petal is now completed. The completed petal is staggered from the petals in the first layer. Use the same method to finish the remaining petals. Once you're done crocheting, cut the yarn. Trim off the excess yarn tail at the starting position. Weave in the ending yarn tail. After weaving in the ends, you can compare it with the flower core. If it's too long, trim the core as needed. This is what it looks like after finishing. You need to crochet 2 identical petals. Now take the blue yarn to crochet this lotus pod. Start with a magic ring and work 8 single crochets into the ring. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the ring, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. That's 1 single crochet. Using the same method, work 7 more. This round has a total of 8 single crochets. After completing the round, tighten the ring tightly. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Round 2 begins with 1 single crochet, then 1 SC2 in 1. Work a single crochet in 1 stitch, then a SC2 in 1 in the next stitch. After completing the round, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. In round 3, start with a single crochet in the first stitch, then a SC2 in 1 in the second stitch. Work a single crochet in the third stitch. Alternate between 2 single crochets and 1 SC2 in 1. After completing this round, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch of the round. In round 4, work even single crochets. Round 5 follows the same technique as round 4. Working single crochets all around. In round 6, pick up the inner half loop, the back loop that's farther from you, and work a single crochet into the innermost strand. Then work a SC2 tog. The way to do a SC2 tog is: insert the hook into the inner half loop, and pull up a loop. Insert the hook into the next stitch, and pull up another loop. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Pull through all 3 at once. Work another single crochet. That completes one group. Next, work another single crochet. For the SC2 tog, insert the hook into the half stitch, pull up a loop. Then insert into the next half stitch, and pull up another loop. Pull through all 3 loops on the hook together. This is how you do a SC2 tog. Now continue working single crochets. Still work 1 single crochet. Then work a SC2 tog again. Insert the hook into half of the stitch and pull up a loop. Insert into the other half of the stitch, and pull through all 3 loops on the hook at once. That's the decrease technique. Work 1 single crochet. Then a SC2 tog. And finish with 1 last single crochet. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Work SC2 tog in the final round. For this round, pick up only the front half of each stitch closest to you. In the previous round we worked into the inner part of the stitch, but this time we will work into the outer loop. Insert the hook into the loop, without pulling up yarn, then insert into the next stitch, and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook together. Let me demonstrate again. Insert the hook into the back loop of the stitch closest to you, then into the next stitch, also the half stitch. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on your hook. Pull through both together. Once completed, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch, then break the yarn. Leave a longer yarn tail at this point. After breaking the yarn, stuff the remaining yarn end inside. Once the yarn tail is tucked in, use the sewing method by picking up the outer half of each stitch. Sew using the half stitch technique. Insert the sewing needle into the outer half loop. After sewing together, weave the yarn tail through the middle of one stitch. Pull it out from the bottom. Tighten it up. Cut the yarn. Once done, use French knots to embroider the lotus seeds. Take out a piece of yellow yarn. We'll separate the strands and choose 2 of them. Then take out the sewing needle. After threading it, pick up the lotus pod and come out through any stitch loop from its surface. Leave a small yarn tail. Then place the needle under the yarn. And wrap it around 2 to 3 times. Next, insert the needle into the adjacent stitch. Come out through any lower stitch. At this point, if it feels loose, we can gently tighten the yarn tail, securing the position. This completes one lotus seed embroidery. Let me demonstrate once again. At this point, the thread is already secured. We'll still insert the needle back in through the same stitch loop we came out of earlier. Exit through any stitch loop. Then bring the yarn to the right side. Pinch this yarn with your thumb and index finger, then place the needle underneath the thread. Then use your index finger to control the thread, and start wrapping it around 3 to 4 times. Insert into the nearest stitch loop. If you go into the same stitch repeatedly, it will come loose. We only need to embroider 3 to 4 lotus seeds. Once done, break the yarn. The lotus seed is finished. For this kind of lotus head, we need to crochet a total of 8. Take out the blue yarn and crochet a Chinese knot. First, leave about 2.4 meters of yarn. Then begin crocheting double strand chain stitches. Yarn over and make a knot. The leftover yarn needs to be placed on the hook. Every time we crochet, yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. Place the leftover thread back onto the crochet hook again. Yarn over. Pull through both loops on the hook. Follow the same crocheting method until you finish the 2.4 meters of yarn. Once everything is crocheted, we'll use wire to assemble the lotus pod. Insert the wire into the bottom of the lotus pod. And apply a bit of glue. Take out the blue yarn. Wrap with the blue yarn. Glue the tail end, then cut the yarn. Once all wrapped, begin assembly by taking an acrylic board. First, place the flower core onto the petal. Apply a bit of glue to the bottom of the flower core. And stick it onto the petal. When sticking, gently pinch the flower core to create a bump. Each one should be done this way. Use just a little glue on the flower core. Lightly place it on the petal, then slightly smooth it out to cover the exposed wire. Now begin the assembly. If the lotus pod stem extends out, just bend it inward. When assembling, apply the glue mainly at the bottom so that the lotus pod can have space to bend. After assembling, take the pearls and stick them on. Once the pearls are assembled, the Good Luck Lotus version is completed. Also, when attaching the pearls, you can fill in any empty spaces.